Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. I really wanted to continue the series of doing buyer POVs around Melbourne, Australia's TCG shops, specifically focusing on Pokemon cards. So this is part 2 in the series. If you want to watch the first part, I went to Luna Cards down in Bentley East. I will have that up here and linked down below. In this video, I go to Cherry and TCG Group and just show you a bunch of the different stock that they have, my honest opinions, all the fun things. But make sure to hit the subscribe button as I'm already at like 300, which is crazy considering this is my second channel. So appreciate you guys. And then yeah, make sure to follow me on Whatnot. I'll have that in the description. You do get $15 free credit if you do sign up using my link. It is an affiliate link. So I do get a tiny kickback, but it's much appreciated. I am streaming twice this week, doing mystery boxes for the first time. It's gonna be so much fun. And yeah, enough chatting. Here's Melbourne. Time to head to Cherry Collectibles, located just out of the Melbourne CBD. So I would say this is one of the more well-known spots across Melbourne. They have a very vast variety. Fun fact, they also have a location in Hobart. I used to live in Hobart, Tasmania for 2 years, which is crazy to think about. And I went to the Cherry down there not realizing that they were connected at first. But not far from Southern Cross is where Cherry is. I think it's technically in West Melbourne if you want to be like really technical. I would say a big highlight for me with Cherry is not necessarily their higher end cards, but their bulk bins. They're one of the few, well, actually really the only that has this much variety in the Melbourne area with bulk bins, which are, if you guys know me, one of my favorite things to do is to treasure hunt. So they have this whole wall of everything, not just Pokemon, which is super great for all TCG people. And yeah, so they have $1 and $5 bins. So it does really vary each time we go, the deals that they do or don't have. It like really varies, which makes sense. Like it all depends on what stock they have. But the dollar ones are normally just in penny sleeves. They actually didn't used to be in penny sleeves, and I'm really happy they started doing this. It literally just used to be like raw in the sorters. And I mean, although yeah, they are dollar cards, like it's so much nicer that they're in penny sleeves now. So my favorite is definitely their dollar bins. I find that overall they have much better, like consistent deals in the dollar bins. Anything from V's to mid-era or WotC commons. Rare occasions you can find some first editions or some English EXs, English V's. I've found some really cool things in this bin, which I will show you a bit later in this video. I think this was actually like the best stock that they had in the dollar bins. Excuse what I'm doing. I genuinely could not figure out the best way to film one-handed, but I really want to show you what was happening here. Condition really varies, as you would expect from a dollar bin. Like you could see here that looked like they bought out a collection that had a lot of Mr. Mimes and EXs. Cherry does buy out a lot of collections and stuff. Like they are really well known in the Melbourne area. So at times they do have quite a large variety in stock, which, you know, you would expect if they're one of the top buyers in the area. So yes, back to condition. I found things in here that are pretty mint. I found things in here that are really moderately played with marks, like this one. Again, like it's a dollar bin, it's a treasure hunt, which I'm all for. Like definitely like my favorite. Like it definitely is what gets me in the door at Cherry, is seeing what they do have in their dollar bins specifically. I will get into a bit of their $5 bins in just a little bit, but yeah, it looks like they bought out a big mid-era collection, so I was extremely excited because mid-era, like EX era, was my childhood. Just to give you an idea with like the different selection, like you could have anything from reverse hollows, from Sword and Shield to random Japanese to Diamond and Pearl era to WotC. Like it really varies. There have been times where I have come to check out their bulk, actually many times where they really don't have much at all. Maybe just a couple, E-series, really cool. I didn't remember grabbing this one. That is stunning. Where just a lot of the bulk is the same sort of Japanese EXs, or like a lot of the Radiant cards, or different things that you could tell that they're just trying to get rid of, which again, you're not going to win every single time. But I guess just to take the point home that the stuff in here does really vary. Like the amount of times that I've come like this time and I see like all of these amazing cards in the dollar bin in like good condition or lightly played or whatever the condition. And then I come the next time and I check both the dollar and the $5 bins, and a lot of the dollar cards, like the exact same ones that were in the dollar bin a couple days ago, are now in the $5. So that is one thing that I don't love about Cherry, is one day the same card can be in the dollar bin and then the next day it could be in a $5 bin. I guess depending on their stock, I don't know. I don't want to assume, but from a buying perspective, it is a bummer because I'm like, well, I bought this for $1 yesterday and I know this card is max worth $1.50. I don't see myself paying $5. So something to keep in mind with the $5 bin. I don't normally shop through it a lot. Sometimes we can find some good things, but I mostly stick to the $1 because the $5 is a lot more hit or miss. Like a lot of the $5 cards I found are like worth max $2. Not always, but a lot of the time. For example, the amount of times that I've come in and the Radiant cards are in the dollar bin, and then the next time they're in the $5 bin. And I get it, like that is their system. It is their system for a reason. It is a treasure hunt. However, from a buying perspective, like there's, you know, no leeway room. Like look at all these like Radiants and stuff. It's like, it's either 1 or 5. And, you know, if you're a casual collector and you don't really care, then yeah, obviously it's great because depending on when you go, they can have some really good variety. But just something to keep in mind as a supportive buyer of Cherry. I do come here quite often. That is just something that I felt like I had to mention. Also, apologies for not, oh wait, look at that seal. Apologies for not mentioning this sooner or addressing this sooner. This footage was before the unfortunate events of the Melbourne TCG break-ins, which has been some like absolutely gut-wrenching things to see. I actually was waiting outside for Cherry to open first thing on a Monday morning, and you could see the glass everywhere. It was absolutely heartbreaking. So just to preface that, I mean, it's just such a shock to the Melbourne community that people would just take advantage of local card shops like that and target them. So, it's super rough. I hope everyone is staying safe out there. Apologies, I didn't address this top of the video, but I did want to mention it because this footage was before they were broken into. I haven't been since, but hoping they get back on their feet. I think they are back open, but yeah, just wanted to mention it. I did pick up a decent stack from the dollar bin. Like I said, definitely a treasure hunt. Like found a Pokeball seal. Brady loves Diglett. Found some cool hollows, some first edition Japanese. So like I said, it is a treasure hunt. You hit or you miss, you never know. Just to kind of give you a bit of an overview of some of the things that I ended up picking up. And then to touch on the $5 bins for a second. So as I mentioned, Cherry has $1 and $5 for like most sports or trading card like groups. Like they also have the miscellaneous bin, which sometimes has some really cool Formula One cards, which, you know, I love to have a look through. But the $5 bins are normally in a top loader, so I get it. Cherry has a really like simple system. It's like the penny sleeve ones are $1 and then the top loaded ones are $5. I don't even think I bothered going through the $5 bin this time around. I don't often, like I might have a quick look through. I found a couple like full art modern EXs. I might have found some cool WotC first editions in the $5 bin before. So like I said, very hit or miss, but I find consistently the dollar bins are a lot better. I can't remember. I'll get it just in case. Ooh, yes. The cute little crocheted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Although the bulk bins are my favorite, Cherry does have quite a large variety of stock in relation to a lot of other Melbourne card stores. They do have like boxes you can buy of just bulk, and then they do have their card case. It's quite confusing because Cherry does have a website where they have a bunch of singles on there, but they are different from the singles that you see here. I would say these singles, like some of them very in condition. Most of them are clean, but they are really transparent about any damages or edge wear. Like they write it really clear on the top loader, which is great. But prices are very hit or miss. Sometimes you can find close to market. Sometimes I look at prices and I'm like, I'm okay, but thank you. But they do often get cards in, that are a decent variety. But just to give you an overview on some of the cards and the prices. To get really nitpicky for a second, because I did mention that I was going to be extremely honest in this video, as I always am, is Cherry's website is quite difficult to navigate. You try and put in a filter for anything from graded or non-graded, and the app or the website, in my opinion, does not work as smoothly from like a buyer's perspective as I would have hoped. Their website is quite frustrating to go through. The filters don't really work, so just keep that in mind. They do have some great stock online, but it might require some patience working with it. Also, Cherry does do really good like Black Friday and Boxing Day sales. Like they did, I think 20% off everything, like your total, which is unheard of in a local card shop. So I do give them a lot of credit for that. Like that was such a steal. That was really nice of them to do, especially with like the Pokemon specifically, like market value skyrocketing. That was a very pleasant surprise in my email inbox to find out that they were doing those sorts of sales. So shout out. First edition Sabrina Zabra.
Sick.
Oh, that Minun's cute. I think I have that Minun.
This A-series with dogs. Primary, Chin-Chow.
Behind the counter, they do have a decent amount of sealed stock. They do these mystery boxes, which I've been tempted by and have gotten in the past. They have their Pokemon ones that are $30. It comes with like a series of packs, and you can get some like higher end things. Unfortunately, I've not been super lucky with them, but yeah. The next stop on the agenda today was to head to TCG Group, which is located in Melbourne's northern suburbs. Not to be confused with Pokebox. I'm like, this isn't an insult. This genuinely, they just look the exact same on the outside, and they have the exact same layout. They have literally the exact same layout, but they are two different shops. I do Pokebox in another video, but this is TCG Group. This was my first time here. Unfortunately, when I did go, they were quite low on stock after the holidays, so not their fault that they got wiped out from holiday period, but just wanted to show you. They had maybe one or two binders to go through, but like I said, not much at all. You can see just a lot of gaps from, like I said, they said they were pretty wiped in stock, which, like, you know, is a bummer because it was a sad first impression, as this was my first time here. But again, I don't want to, you know, hold that against them. And then they did have a Japanese binder. I didn't end up picking any singles here. I wasn't crazy about their pricing, especially if you just saw, I was at Cherry and saw a lot of these for $1. So, yep, but just wanted to have a browse. They did have some singles in the case, but like I said, I didn't, like, nothing really picked my fancy, so I didn't get anything. But again, just to give you an overview of some of the stuff that they had this day, I definitely want to go back and give them another chance because, yeah, it was overall quite sad. But again, I know so many local card shops specifically have been struggling to get stock. like these were the only slabs that they had this day. They had 4 slabs or maybe 5 slabs left in their whole stock. So yeah, just to give you an idea. Oh, there's a few more. Well, in the frame, yeah. So they had some tag team slabs, which love tag team, but did not pick up any. But yeah, just really, really low on stock. And in comparison to other shops, regardless of their stock levels or not, they didn't really have much to go through, whether it was binders. They just had the 2 binders. They didn't really have any, they had no bulk to go through. So yeah, I don't know if they just do most of their sales online. This was my first time here, so I don't know. But if anyone would like to correct me in the comments or add more context in the comments, feel free. I don't know if they do most of their sales online and they just save a lot of their stock for that. I don't know. But yeah, really wasn't that impressed, unfortunately. Again, it is just really trippy because Pokebox literally is the exact same fit out with the shelving and the garage door. They're in different suburbs, but like it just really confused me because this was my first time here and I was like, wait, this isn't Pokebox, but it's literally the same fit out with like the binders and everything here. It was just really trippy. Again, I don't mean that as an insult in the slightest, more so just in a factual sense. Like it was quite confusing from a buying perspective because I was just like, I don't know what's going on. They had bulk of One Piece, but yeah, no bulk of Pokemon. But just to give you an overview, maybe they just mostly do One Piece. I don't know. Please correct me in the comments. Please. I would love more context. I was quite intrigued with their bulk buy rates. I don't really have much to compare it to as I haven't really sold my cards in bulk to any local card shops, but I just thought this was interesting. I don't know if anyone in the comments can add context. Some lonely plushies up there. They did have a good selection of some unique plushies. I don't know if anyone can add context to any bulk stuff, if those are good prices or not, because I don't want to make a judgment either way, because I don't know. Just opened some terrestrial. Head to my Instagram at pokeashleigh to see what we got. But this is just a little pickup from Cherry. Got some Japanese 151 for my Ponyta binder, for my Misties and my Seal binder. Got Diglets for you. I thought this one was cool. I looked into it and it seemed to be a pretty good deal. There was a lot of them there, actually.
Is it Celebrations?
No, it's like a special Blastoise deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Picked up some Pokeballs, some Deoxys, and all of these were $1. Like something like this, but I mean, it's $1.
Oh,
I love this
so
one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, wait. To go with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got 2 Pokeballs because
you got the Master Balls,
yes,
right?
I got them for Christmas. Thank you. So we got some Pokeballs from 151. For Diglett binder, a couple Rockets because they were in decent condition. This was randomly in the miscellaneous $1. I don't even know what that's worth. I'm kind of curious. Some cute Weasel, random Ace specs for my binder, Delta Species, my weakness, my Rabbitash binder, and then some Diamond and Pearl, well, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, more random Ace specs. This was randomly in the $1 bin. I honestly think this could have been the find of the day. decent
Did you
condition
look it
too.
up?
No, but I was just like first edition. Yeah, maybe top load that.
Yeah, it is actually. Wow, that's like really clean.
Yeah, some of these are really clean for $1. Oh, lighting, what'd you do? So, oh, this I got, the cute little crocheted ones. I have a little page in my binder for that. Another one of those Mr. Mimes. This was randomly like $5.
Actually.
$5 or $6, yeah. Another for my Misties,
Oh,
another
another
crochet.
yeah.
Pokeballs, can kind of make them out. There we go. Yeah! Oh my gosh, wait, yeah, this was the find. We ended up getting it for $50. You can see there is, you can kind of make out the creases in the hollow, but first edition French Dark Raichu. I do think that's a really cool card.
I think it's cool. I'm hoping it comes back a PSA 1.
I don't think it's gonna be a 1.
I don't know, it's pretty cooked.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Apologies, the footage was a bit old. I just really wanted to knock out as much as I could. It's been a bit hectic since starting Whatnot. And yeah, just had family visiting from the States. If you want to watch more personal content, make sure to head to my main channel, Ashley Faye Vlogs. It's in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!